Oh man, so Jason Whitlock was on Fox News and he had some very interesting things to say in a reaction to the Tyre Nichols body cam footage being released. Now, a lot of conservatives or people that usually support police officers, they've seen this footage. They looking like we can't say anything about it. It's wrong. I even seen people who may watch Officer Tatum. He even had to say it's wrong. The police officers were wrong on this one, and usually they're on the side of the blue. So now a lot of people are taking different angles to go ahead and push their narratives. In Officer Tatum's video, he decided to go ahead and go at the neck of Benjamin Crump being an ambulance chaser. Now, Jason Whitlock himself, he is attacking what he believes to be a problem with single mothers in the black community. And he's correlating that issue to this right here. Listen to this right here.
I would examine the racial element of this because there is a racial element. And this is a story about young black men and their inability to treat each other in a humane way. Everybody involved in this on the street level was either 24 to 32 years old. Everybody. It was a group of young black men, 5-on-1. Looked like gang violence to me. It looked like what young black men do when they're supervised by a single black woman. And that's what they got going on in the Memphis Police Department. They've elected some or put some black woman in charge of the police force. And we're getting the same kind of chaos and disunity and violence that we see in a lot of these cities that are run by single mothers. If we want to discuss the breakdown of family that leads to disrespect for authority, that causes you to resist the police and run from the police and not comply with the police because you resist authority at all time, because there was no male authority in your home, let's have that discussion. But that's not where they want to take us. They want to take us down the path of saying, you know what, this is Tucker Carlson's fault. This is some random this is Donald Trump's fault. It's not. It's the breakdown of family and the buying in to all these left-wing things that have nothing to do with promoting family.
So from that point, they on Jason Whitlock ass. Colin Kaepernick said that's Jason Whitlock. Once he said he run a network solely devoted to LeBron James, now hates him. When he couldn't hold a job at ESPN, he went to FS1 and got fired there. He left Outkick under poor circumstances. This is his grift because everything's dried up where he's going. So they're basically saying that, I seen someone else say that Jason Whitlock, his whole shtick, his whole spiel is being a raccoon. No, I can't say the abbreviated actual term, but they call him a raccoon. So this guy responds, said, look at this disgusting combination of racism and sexism. Of course, there's nothing novel about racism and sexism on Tucker's show, but to have such grotesque commentary as an immediate reaction to the horrific, deadly beating of Tyre Nichols is still shocking. Shaking my head. Now, Scotty Beam says, and F Jason Whitlock, your mother was a single black woman who supervised your BA when your father chose gambling over your family. It's always been F you. Now, if that's true, that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. And this person says, if my son was Jason Whitlock, I would have chose gambling my life away too. Wow. I mean, since you put it that way, it's hard for me to blame his father. Yikes. Is this information true? And if so, who the hell knows all this information about Jason Whitlock? Who looks into Jason Whitlock? Are there Jason Whitlock fans? And last but not least, we got Sierra. She says, as a black man to get on national TV and say something like this is irresponsible. A lot of amazing kids have come from single mothers. For you to also undermine single black women in the midst of this tragedy is so sad. This woman just lost her son. Do better. Now, I think it's always tough when you see people that are so quick to go ahead and revert to their narratives when you have such a sensitive topic being discussed. People go quickly to their narratives. It's like, damn, are you human back there? Like, what's going on in there? Do you have any type of, emotions about this person's life that you don't even care for really discussing their life? You care about, how can I use the situations to further prove what I've been saying this whole time? Now, I get it. Some people, they see these things over and over again, so you become numb to it, so you don't react so much like other folks. A lot of times, I could tell you that I see so many things while doing this job that a lot of things piss me off. But after a while, I get surprised at what people pick and choose to be the story, because there's so many things, there's so many people, with so many people being missing, so many people having their lives taken by law enforcement. It's so many different situations. Like, okay, why is people picking this one to be the story? It's just a by chance. I don't know. I don't know. So that may lead to some people being more numb when it comes to covering these things that are talking heads and called upon when situations like this come up. I hope I'm never numb to this, and I can always have my human aspect that can always remain as I cover topics like these, because I'm always gonna care for my people. I hope God keep me this way, because man, I couldn't see myself out here being that insensitive, dog. In regards to what Jason Whitlock said about the single mother issue, I think at some point in time, we as men have to stop shifting the blame. Okay, there was an issue. We had too many homes that didn't have parents in them, both parents in them. There was an issue. Now what? Stop shifting the blame and let's start accepting responsibility to go ahead and do the work on our own as men, to handle our own emotions and know how to handle conflict. Stop shifting the blame, because that's some whole ass shit. Accept accountability for your actions and reactions to shit that's done to you. At some point in time, men have to become leaders. If you can't look to women to be leaders, go ahead and seek out males out here that are in leadership positions to possibly be a mentor to you. And I'm gonna let you know now, most people ain't gonna help you if they can't get something back in return. So work on yourself to make sure that you're somebody that's worth helping, okay? Stop doing this whole ass weak ass shit and shifting blame onto ladies. I've been saying this shit for too long. At some point in time, we have to force our way into the leadership position. Forget all the things that happened in the past. We can understand where we came from, but that should be even more of a fire under our ass to not let things continue to be. So stop this shit as far as shifting blame and accept responsibilities that we have for our community. And that's if you want to complain. If you have no complaints and you're okay with the way things are and you just want to focus on yourself as an individual, perfectly fine. Everyone doesn't have to accept that role. But if you are going to complain without going to make some damn change, then shut the fuck up and get to work. It's your boy Stacy. I'm out.
And this is a story about young black men and their inability to treat each other in a humane way. Everybody involved in this on the street level was either 24 to 32 years old. Everybody. It was a group of young black men, 5-on-1.